Hello, friend. Thank you for joining me. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, then you're going to want to check out this video. My name is JJ, also known as Veganowledge JJ, and I'm the author of How I Went from Sad to Glad, my simple four-step blueprint to transform your health, weight, and mindset to finally reach your goals with joy and ease. Now, if you are like I was and suffer from seasonal allergies, I know what you're going through. I am so sorry because you probably, like me, dreaded when the spring would come up each year. I remember the red, itchy, watery eyes. I would feel like my nose was constantly either stuffy or it was running. I remember feeling certain days I was just exhausted from it. And when I wasn't, I was having to take some type of medication, like maybe Claritin I took for a while, things that always made me drowsy though. And I would also get this really big cold not only in the spring, but I would also get these throughout the year. And in fact, it was kind of a running joke in my family that I was always stuffy. And there goes JJ with her allergies. And my mom, I remember, Mom, if you're watching, you remember this. You sent me this meme on Facebook with a lady with toilet paper on top of her head so she could just easily, roll it. And it was just awful. And I thought, it's just something I had to live with. Everybody complained about it along with me. Some have it to different degrees and different allergies, but seasonal allergies were just a thing we all live with, right? That's what I thought until I got this unexpected benefit of a diet I started. So basically, in April of 2019, we were trying to find ways to grow sprouts and microgreens in our kitchen. And I had always just ate the normal standard American diet, that everyone ate, meat on every plate, um, dairy, ice cream, everything. And this video was very eye opening for me. It drew my attention to people that were healing all kinds of chronic pain and illness and different diseases with raw living foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, essentially like a raw vegan diet. And I thought, that could be a way that I could lose some weight. I was 185 pounds. It was heavier than I had been. I was dealing with, chronic back pain, and I just kept gaining. I could not seem to lose weight. I was 42 years old. I said, this might be a crazy enough diet that if I just eat salads, I'm going to lose weight, and I can just do it for a little while, and I'm going to try it for 3 days. So I start this diet for 3 days. And I mean, at the end of 3 days, it was unbelievable the energy I felt. And I just felt like I felt so good that I could keep going. I mean, it was a little difficult at first where I was thinking it's not my norm, but I ate these big, huge salads with all kinds of fruit and vegetables and fruit like cucumbers and things. And I felt good, and I started eating it, and after 3 days I went longer and longer and longer. I just kept going. And what ended up happening was in let's see, it was at April 5th when I started this diet. And it was so unexpected because that year, May came around. I'm already dreading the allergies, preparing what I'm going to, do for allergy season with getting my Claritin and things. And I just woke up, and I realized after a couple of days while I was waking up, I wasn't stuffy like I usually was. Like even when it wasn't allergy season, I would wake up kind of with congestion, like, mucus in the, as a lot of people do. And it wasn't there. And I'm like, this is so strange. I wonder if it has something to do with this diet, right? So that year, I never got seasonal allergies. I'm talking, this is me sitting since a little kid having to sit in the back of the class sniffling and, during allergy season. As an adult, I remember having to work with these allergies. And like I said, it was something that happened every year, and it was just something I thought I had to live with. And I thought it was pollen that caused it. So I'm like, okay, the pollen is still in the air. I'm seeing it flying around. It's not affecting me at all. And I started researching this, and it was this raw vegan diet that I was on was actually had the same result for other people. Not only these type of things with allergies. They were also just like me losing weight. I ended up losing 55 pounds within 6 months, and I've kept it off, for 6 years. I've even went into other versions of the vegan diet. I never ate meat or dairy again, but I have, ate cooked food, processed food. Eventually, I realized that even eating whole food, and especially when I would increase like the vegan alternatives, I never got really seasonal allergies back per se, but I would get back to that like congestion, and I'd feel kind of inflamed in my joints. And, um, I had also one other unexpected thing I'll tell you now, and I have a whole video coming on that, was if you are dealing with any kind of chronic pain. I was dealing with chronic back pain, as I mentioned. That also eliminated after 30 days. I had dealt with it for 18 years since my late teens. So that's why I started this channel. That's why I eventually ended up figuring out along the way that the way I was eating was actually how our human body was designed to eat. And that's why also I realized that there were people who were doing it in an unhealthy way, and people that, there was a lot of misinformation out here. I also ended up making this profound connection between, the animals that we love and the animals we eat. And that's when I really became vegan. For a while, I was just eating a diet. But aside from that, even if you are here and you just are tired of seasonal allergies, this is the perfect time of year, at least if you're watching this video when I made it, that you should give it a try. Maybe try for 3 days. I am very passionate about helping people. And I have a free beginner raw vegan guide that I'll put in the comments. My book, of course, How I Went from Sad to Glad, is available in paperback and also an ebook. And I also have now released the audiobook for free on YouTube. So if you want to go check that out. And I'm so excited about my new membership, Plantz4mationz Platinum VIP. I want you to be a VIP with me, and I'll link everything there too. And I'm really excited. If you've been trying to lose weight, if you've been trying different diets and nothing is sticking for you, if you are vegan and you're interested in how raw foods can improve your life, if you just are looking for a like-minded community of people and a guide like me who not only will help you with your mindset and help you understand nutrients and things in my own journey, what I've learned. And I have a psychology background, so we'll be working a lot on our mindset. And what I want to do is make it fun. Of course, my community will also have game nights so we can connect and have fun and learn, but make learning fun. So, thank you for joining me. I hope you'll leave me a comment and tell me if you've enjoyed this video. Is it surprising to you? Have you had the same results that your seasonal allergies were eliminated? I found out the reason that this happens is our body creates mucus um, in order to basically combat things that seem like it's foreign to it. There's a certain amount of mucus we have to have, for different things, but the mucus that was being created was likely caused by the dairy that I was eating, because it was a different species of, basically milk in my body, and that creates a lot of the mucus. But not only that, but the meat was creating inflammation in my body. And also, if you really look at the three things that happened to me, it's interesting because I thought it was the pollen, and while the pollen is still there, it's not having any form of manifestation on me because I don't have that underlying excess mucus that's likely causing it. So it's really interesting. We can delve into a lot of this also in a lot of my other content. I hope you'll check out my videos, check out the book. I also have a show called Amazing Plantz4mationz that I do, where I interview other people who have had success on a whole food, plant-based, and raw vegan diet. And I also interview experts and doctors, and I do a lot of content like this, and I have an excellent community here, and I hope you'll join me. Please subscribe, and I'm excited that you're here and watching this, and that hopefully you found this helpful. Thank you. I'm Veganowledge JJ. Thank you.